Hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strapped with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MCs, bronze or silver. These raps here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folding. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Round here, yeah, the bars I get rich off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little petty trended the big rock. Me and my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, that everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep your heart, but you know that it's elegant. Get mad, but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets, I'm pedaling. Hibernating them bombs, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff, we can go psycho. Head to head, bar to bar, turn a mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon.
Hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strapped with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MCs, bronze or silver. These raps here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folding. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Round here, yeah, the bars I get rich off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little petty trended the big rock. Me and my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, that everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep your heart, but you know that it's elegant. Get mad, but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets, I'm pedaling. Hibernating them bombs, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff, we can go psycho. Head to head, bar to bar, turn a mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon.
Hot like 100. Hello, 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 hello.
Loading, strapped with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. And when I listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MCs, bronze or silver. These raps here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folding. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man get pissed off when I start lift off. Sweet like flavors, cookie and biscuit. Round here, yeah, the bars I get rich off. Picked up my song, yo, every time I tripped up. Little petty trended the big rock. Me and my G's do everything mix up. Full circle, that everybody linked up. That's irrelevant, memory like an elephant. Keep your heart, but you know that it's elegant. Get mad, but always benevolent. Always moving up, just leveling. Constantly telling them rhyming, riddling. Cycle through these streets, I'm pedaling. Hibernating them bombs, she's back again. Oh, cause a little fire on the track again. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon. Yeah, if you want buff, we can go psycho. Head to head, bar to bar, turn a mic on. Turn the music up, vibe like an icon.
What up? CSGs.
CMB. Man, we
all we got. Especially around this time, man. We all we got. How y'all feeling out there, man? Appreciate y'all for coming through to the Chop Shop for the post-game live stream. How y'all feeling out there, man? I know that was a hard-fought game, man. We was down a couple of people. The big news, I'm guessing, yeah, it really is the big news, that Fred VanVleet is out sidelined for a minute with an abductor strain. And if you know and you've been listening to this post-game live stream for a while, you know that was one of my main concerns of us putting so many minutes on Fred VanVleet and relying on him so much heavily in the offense as far as him and Şengün pick and roll. Now, I think our man Thompson was the star of this game. The dude was everywhere, rebounding, playing defense, getting his hand on loose balls, driving to the rim. Man, if he can shoot. If he only can shoot. The dude, if he work on his jumper, man, and he get it within like 34% 3-point shooter, 35% 3-point shooter. Man, the dude is gonna be a star. We seen it. Him and Cam Whitmore, they changed the landscape of the game. Not only them, I think Şengün had a kind of an off night in the first half. He kind of got going a little bit later. Jaylen, he's been playing well. He's playing well. But we still need to address our shooting. Jabari was real big. He hit some threes. Dylan, he was all right. I think our starters played well, but once the bench came in, Aaron Holiday and Tate and guys like that, man, it's just like we lost the string of the game, like, especially in the third quarter. We let them get up double digits on us in the third quarter, and it was an uphill battle from there on. But it was a real intense game. It was a real good offensive game. But we got to remember that the Pacers are an elite offensive team. They move the ball well. They shoot well. Rick Carlisle got them boys playing cohesive basketball. And we was just up against it. Now, I don't know what Stone is going to do to fix this roster, but he got to do something quick. Or we are actually going to be out of the playoff picture, especially with Fred VanVleet, Mr. VVS, out. But I liked seeing our man with the starters and the Cam Whitmore and Jaylen. I don't know about y'all, man, but they got some chemistry together. I guess because their games are kind of so similar that they almost can think how the other one is gonna think. Man, that alley-oop was special. Jaylen went up and got it, man. That was a highlight of the game, bro. That was real a special look. And after last game, Jaylen kind of emphasized that he wanted to play faster, not let the defenses get set. And we did pretty well in transition in my eyes. Like, we didn't let them always be able to set up their defense and defensive rotations. It's just the shooting, bro. They outscored us from the 3-point line drastically. They hit a whole bunch of timely threes that just kept us at bay, and we could never counteract it with our shooting and ever get back into the game. But I really don't have too much negative to say about this game because we was right there with them. We was right there with them. We made a couple of bonehead plays towards the end, and young guys are gonna do that. But for the most part, man, we kept with it. And the thing about Udoka that I probably have a small gripe with him, bro. If something's working, bro, leave him in. Like, don't go to don't go to Aaron Holiday. You don't have to play Aaron Holiday. I mean, even if so, just let Jaylen run the backup point guard. Don't put Aaron Holiday and Tate in. Why do we have to play them when we got other guys? I still think missing Tari is really not helping us with the bench points and the production off the bench. But bro, you don't have to. Why do you feel like you have to play these guys, the Aaron Holiday and Tate, bro? Just shorten your rotation up. Go to a 7-man rotation, 8-man rotation. You don't have to put these guys in the game. Because soon as they come up and come in the game, we either lose the lead or we give up a run. Tate is horrible. We should never see Tate and our man on the court together. That kills our spacing. But for the most part, I don't have too many gripes with it. But, man, we always going to be fighting for the lead, or we're always going to be fighting to stay in the game. And I love that about our squad, that we have that mentality that we never give up. But when you fighting certain roster constructions and you can't get back into have a real chance with teams that shoot so well, we always going to find ourselves behind the 8 ball as far as catching up and having an output, because with Miles Turner and guys like that, it's gonna be hard for our guards to really drive the lane. So we're gonna have to stretch them out. We're gonna have to get a stretch 4, stretch 5. We're gonna have to get a stretch 5 to be able to pull those big men out of the paint. And our roster's construction is just not good enough. It's just not good enough. We go into the game down at least 5 to 6 3-pointers every game because our roster construction is not good enough to keep up with the threes, especially at league mandatory. It's like league mandatory, at least get up a lot of threes. Even with our 2018 that we went to the Western Conference Finals and we played the Warriors, they wasn't a great 3-point shooting team, but they was able to generate enough threes to where they was able to get up enough threes to counteract a high-scoring team like the Warriors. And we don't have that. We don't have nobody that really can just break down the defense and find open 3-point shots to where the defense got to collapse like Harden. Harden used to collapse the defense and just find guys open. And I seen a little bit out of that of our man tonight. Our man was really dishing and he was really getting into the paint and applying rim pressure because they know that it's exactly what you got to do to try to stop him from getting to the rim because he can get to the rim at will. And that's something that we were missing with Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet, he got to have a screener. He got to have a screener in the way. Oh, man, he could just take the ball and drive past people without help. And then he's aware enough to find the open guy. Like, we just have to have a better roster construction. And I think playing the pace game right now, as long as Fred VanVleet is out, is going to help us in the long run to combat some of the sets, defensive sets in the half court. And if they do get defensive sets, then our man can actually break down his player so well Şengün ain't got to always come into the screen and it be away and it be crowded in the paint. And bro, it's just our roster construction is just bad right now. And Stone and MA got to see this. So Stone, he's gonna have to do something to try to fix that. He's gonna have to do something to try to fix that. Surround these guys with some shooting. I still think we need a big man, but I don't think that's important as shooting. If we got to go out and try to outshoot and try to, outscore people, then I think our defense is good enough to where it'll counteract some of their offense to where our offense won't just slack, and just fall off the map because we don't have shooting. We just don't have the shooting to keep up. And that's just the bottom line of what I seen. It wasn't really nothing schematically that we did wrong. It's just that we just couldn't keep up with them shooting the 3 ball. Everybody on that team can shoot the 3. Everybody can shoot the 3. And we need some guys that can shoot the 3. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Who in here with me? Shout out to all our CSGs, man. Shout out to the CSGs. Let's see, LILS United was good. Backstreet Marine was good. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight was happening. DJ Mill was good with it. EF Hutton in the building. Steve Harris, what's good, Steve? Jalen Johnson, what's good? Larry Tenier Sr. Devin 95, what's good, Devin? Sigga Miggs in the building. Kenny, what's good, Kenny? Space A 713, holla at me. Joe Blue, what's good, Joe Blue? AI Productions. He with us. Who else we got in here with us? Y'all filling up the chat. Voodoo, what's good, Voodoo? Muzzo OG, what's good, Muzzo? K to the MF and P, what's good with it? Carl Fair in the building. Rocket Power 33. 2 Guy YGO. David Domingo, what's happening? Rick the Ruler 713. Truth in This Nation, what's good? Third Coast Alliance, what's happening with you? Who else we got in here? Nope. Shout him out. James Pierce, what's good, James? The KO King, what's good? Work dude, what's good, work dude? Papi Chulo, 1998, what's good, what's good? Who else we got? Is that everybody? Fluid, what's good, Fluid? Denreal Villa, what's good, what's good? Brandon Pimpson in here, what does it do, Brandon? Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Let me read off these stats so I can get to y'all in the chat. Let's see. Jabari Smith Jr. played 40 minutes, 8 for 15 from the field, 2 for 4 from the 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, a +8 with 20 points. Our man Thompson played 34 minutes, 6 for 13, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 for 4 from the free throw, 13 rebounds and 6 assists, 3 blocks. Our man had 3 blocks. A -7 with 13 points. He had him a double-double, though. 13 and 13. Dylan Brooks played 31 minutes. He was 8 for 15 from the field. 3 for 6 from the 3. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, a +2 with 23 points. Al P played 36 minutes. He was 7 for 15 from the field. 0 for 1 from the 3-point line. 6 for 8 from the free throw line. 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, a +8 with 20 points. Jalen Green played 33 minutes. 12 for 20 from the field. Not bad. 3 for 5 from the 3. Damn good. 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Pretty good. Think he could have had a couple of more free throws if you ask me. I think a couple of them he went up. He didn't really get the call, but, 1 assist, 2 steals. He had 4 turnovers, though. Led the team in turnovers. A +12. He still was a +12 with 30 points. Uncle Jeff played 11 minutes, 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 points. He was a -9. Cam Whitmore played 21 minutes. He was 4 for 11, 1 for 3 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, a -14 with 9 points. Tate played 14 minutes. He was 1 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, -5 with 3 points. Aaron Holiday played 20 minutes, 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, a -10 with 8 points. 8 points. As a team, we shot 50 for 97. That's 51%. That's decent. 12 for 25 from the 3. 48%. See, 25 threes, that number needs to be at least 35. Bro, teams are shooting 40 to 45 threes a night, and we only can manage 25 threes. We shot 48% from him, but what they shoot. 15 for 32. But they shot 62% from the paint. Rim protection, 62% from the paint. I mean, for a team, that's bad. We need rim protection. We were 17 for 23 from the free throw line, 73%. Not good. It's all right, but it's not good. We had 26 assists on 50 makes. 26 assists on 50 makes. We could have shared the ball a little bit more. But yeah, man, it still was an exciting game, man. We tried to keep up. We tried to do what we can do. And we just couldn't do it. We just didn't have the rim protection and such to keep up in the shooting. They hit timely shots over and over again that just kept us off kilter in that bay. Let me get my CSGs in here, man. CSGs.
CMB. Man, we all we got.
I know y'all got a lot to say, man. I'm going to bring y'all up. So y'all can get it off. so y'all can get it off. Let me get the link. There go the link, man. Hit the link. Come up. Talk to me, man. Let me see. Did y'all see what I see? Did y'all assess it differently? I'm not too upset about the game, but man, it's just so hard, bro. It's so hard. I got my boy AK Infinity in here. What's up, AK? What's good with it?
What's happening, Space Ghost?
What's good with it, fam? How you feeling?
I'm alright. Seeing some good stuff that I like, that I feel like we can carry over to the next few games without Fred. Seeing some bad stuff, obviously, that I didn't like, which was that defense. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Ooh. It looked like you're a football guy. It
Sure.
looked like somebody playing a 46 defense versus a team that's in 5 wide.
That's throwing it everywhere.
Man, they just spread them out, and it's pick your poison. My goodness, we did how we played in the first half is similar to the Minnesota game. It's like we kind of fixed the first half problem, and then whatever problems we had before, when we had first half problems, those are now second half problems. We used to have these slow starts, and we kind of fixed that. And now we having these slow third quarters in particular.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about these third quarters that are like a boogeyman for the Rockets right now. It's a big bugaboo. I don't know what's happening at the halftime, because before it was opposite. It was, they playing stupid. Then they come out in the third quarter playing with focus, energy, and fire. You know what I'm saying? They're executing better. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that's different so much now. But
yeah, that's for Udoka to figure out. That's for them to figure out, bro. Yeah.
Yes. That is for him to figure out. He does have to figure that out. I understand it's a young team, but to quote Ime Udoka, youth is not an excuse. Youth is not an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did like was the fact that no more excuse of having to just rely just strictly on the Fred and Şengün pick and roll. Nope.
Right.
No more of that. No more just being simple and safe and running that old easy ass action to defend, because we know Fred ain't passing it to nobody that's not in the paint. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you right about that.
It's just not gonna happen. Look at the shot distribution tonight. Typically it's Şengün with the most shots, and then everybody else just feeding off of whatever scraps is left. But tonight, the starters, Jabari 15 shots, Amen 13 shots, D Brooks 15 shots, Şengün 15 shots, Jaylen 20 shots. And this is what I say about the Rockets offense. This is how you can tell if the offense is moving the ball or not. How many shots is Jabari taking? Why do I say that? Mm-hmm. Well, because Jabari only takes good shots. Like, he ain't out there jacking up stupid stuff. He ain't doing the Dylan or the Jaylen stuff. He's not doing that.
Dylan, bro.
Jabari.
Ooh,
But Dylan, man.
Man, some of them shots be like, what are you doing?
Funny enough, Dylan and Jaylen was both on, but they got the least minutes of the starters. I didn't get that. That lineup that Ime threw out there in the third quarter, that's what lost us the game, really.
Yeah, exactly.
The Tate, Amen, Jeff Green, Aaron Holiday. Nah, bro, my stomach was bubbling, bro. My stomach was bubbling. What is this?
Yeah.
This is poison. You can't win a game like with them players against the Indiana Pacers with this high-octane offense, and you rolling that lineup out there. And Tate, did I say Tate? Yeah, I think Tate was in that
Tate.
lineup.
Yeah, he was.
No,
Two
bro.
non-shooters.
Really 3, because what's the name? Jeff ain't really a shooter like that. If he make him, you happy.
Right.
But he don't take enough to really just count him as like a super shooting threat. But yeah, man, a man did look good as a starting point guard. He had a couple turnovers, but his defense, boy.
Bro, everywhere, bro.
Oh, his defense is crazy. But when Fred come back, they got to find a way to play them two together. And we can all see, like I've been saying it all season, Fred is the reason we play slow. It's not Şengün. Şengün is not the reason we play slow. It's Fred.
Yeah.
Because Fred, his legs, I don't know if you remember watching the old cartoons when, I don't know, who's the pig? Porky Pig, his legs would be moving, but he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
His legs moving fast in the mud, but he just standing still. He's like, you on a treadmill. You going nowhere fast.
Yeah.
But Şengün can play fast. Anybody that's saying he can't play fast, that's for the birds, bro. Nah, he can play fast. The balance is finding a way for these guys to play with pace and still keep their defensive intensity up. I thought the defense was, I mean, they tried.
It was subpar. It was subpar.
Yeah, this Indiana offense, though, boy. Like I said, man, they spread you out. They 5 wides from the jump.
Yeah.
They 5 wides from the jump, boy.
And all of them can shoot. All of them can shoot.
Everybody. Like, everybody can shoot, man. But I thought, yeah, my key, one of my keys to the game was you can't let Halliburton carve you up with passing and scoring. You got to pick one. They did that in the first half, but then he started picking it up in the second half. And Siakam and Turner they was taking turns on Şengün. I ain't gonna lie, they was taking turns. Yeah, that's really all I got for tonight, though, man. I'm a lay back and hear y'all's thoughts.
Appreciate it, bro. And I enjoyed being on your podcast too, man. If y'all haven't seen it,
for sure.
If y'all haven't seen it, man, I guess appeared on excuse me, AK's podcast. Subscribe to his channel, Rockets Propaganda. If y'all want to see me and him, go at it, man. We had a great discussion about trades and the future of the Rockets and things like that, bro. So y'all go out and look at and subscribe to his channel and check out all of his content, man. He's a great up and coming Rockets content creator. We got so many of them now, and he's just one of the next ones up. So go subscribe to my boy. Go subscribe to him.
Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, bro. I'm out though, man. I'm gonna listen to everybody else though.
Already appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Got my boy Genius in the building. What it do? One gone.
One done, man.
What's happening, Genius?
Yeah, it's good, man. I mean, you know, it's bad when when I'm gonna come back and reiterate what my friend just said, man. Ime and the lineups, bro. Ime and the lineups. I don't know. It's killing me, man. You gotta work on that. He needs to read the room, bro. He needs to read the energy of the team, and he needs to know when to pull the plug. He uses certain lineups too much, too long.
Yeah.
The Pacers were going on a little run there, a little run in the third quarter. I think he should have pulled the plug on that lineup and went back with his starters. You know, I mean.
Yeah, at least 3 minutes earlier. At least he left them in like 3 minutes too long, bro.
Yeah, that's what happened. And I mean, we're not talking about any 35-year-olds, man. We're talking about young guys, 21 years old. So play them guys minutes, man. Those are the guys who need to be playing 40 minutes and not Fred, you know?
Right.
His stubbornness at the start of the season with playing Fred 38, 40 minutes, it caught up to him, you know? But in this game, he should have pulled the plug on the Aaron Holiday, Jason Tate lineup and brought back the starters in when he saw that run going, you know? That run gave those guys the momentum going into the fourth quarter. That's what changed the game, you know? But outside of that, I mean, I like the way we fought back. Armin is I can say, I'm not going out on a limb here, but Armin is going to be a first team all defensive player at some point, maybe by year 3. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing from him. And that's scary, man, because that's your point guard right there, man. And then he's going to help us on the defensive boards as well, because, you know, he's there averaging like 10, 11 rebounds. I can see a season where he's averaging a double-double, you know? So Armin is going to be a problem if he even gets his shot to a reasonable 30% at 3. It's just something that they can at least, you know, respect the shot. He's gonna be scary, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next point I want to make, man. God damn it, man. Raphael Stone, get up off your ass and do something. We need some help, man.
Do
The
something
troops out there
quick.
fighting.
Come
But
on,
we need some
Raphael.
reinforcements.
Yeah,
God
man,
damn
we
it.
do, bro. For real, bro. Shit is
We
crazy.
need some reinforcements. We're out there. We're at war now, man, and he ain't sending he leaving us stranded out there on the battlefield, man.
Yeah, bro.
The trade deadline is 48 hours away. Come on, wake up, man. We need to get this playing thing going, and I think they need to if Fred didn't go down, I wouldn't be pushing for a big move, but I think that with Fred going down, I don't know how long he's gonna be missing, but if he's gonna be missing for any extended period of time, they may want to look at that Brogdon deal, man.
Yeah, I mean, at least I think the timetable for that specific injury, the abductor strain, is like 2 to 3 weeks minimum.
By then we're gonna be out the playoffs.
Yeah,
man.
we'll be all the way out, bro. Yeah. So
if they really want to get the play-in, they need to maybe look at that Brogdon deal.
They need to look at somewhere under the rainbow. They need to turn over every stone, if pun intended. Stone need to turn over every stone to try to make this roster better now. I mean, I'm not upset. I'm not all the way upset about the Steven Adams trade, but bro, I wish you would have got somebody that can help us now on the court, like now.
Right, and we have pieces to still make that deal, because we got Jock Landale is basically an expiring deal just the same, and we have Tate's contract, we have the Holiday contract, but he needs to do something, man, because I think that these guys really need to taste at least the play-in. They really need to taste at least the play-in. It's gonna be a shame if we just wither out at this point of the season, you know.
Bro, I don't know.
We have nothing. We have nothing to gain by withering out, because our pick is going to OKC. So we need to push all the chips in to make the play.
Yes, I had said from jump, with all of this cap space we had and all of the moves that we was anticipating and taking, another lead, we're in phase 2 and all of this malarkey. If we don't make the play-in or the playoffs, the season is a failure in my eyes. I don't know about any other Rockets fan, but I think the season is a failure because we had enough money to make this team exponentially better, and it doesn't seem like we got better. Don't get me wrong, but we didn't get that much better to actually be a play-in team or a playoff team, and that's not what the outcome we was looking for as fans.
Yeah, that's true, man.
But speaking on our man, bro, that dude is exceptional. He really is. Like, the dude make it tough. He make it tough on you defensively. And the hustle he was doing, like, I think he had went for a layup and he didn't get it, but he was trying to fight for the rebound and they got bounced out. And it went past like 8 people and he still was the one that come out all the way back to backcourt just to get the ball. Like, he was actually into it. I would have played him, no lie, I would have played him about 40 minutes tonight. I don't see why not.
Yeah, those are the guys that need to be playing 40 minutes. These guys are damn near just coming out of their teenage years. They can play 40 minutes, man.
Yeah, I mean, and dude was, he legitimately, he kept us in this game. If it wasn't for our man, we would have lost this game by 12 points, easily. But he was getting all of the rebounds and putbacks and everything, bro. Like, he kept us in this game almost single-handedly. Almost. Him and Jaylen. Jaylen did his thing tonight, man. I haven't had complaints about Jaylen in like almost 2 weeks. He's actually doing what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? But bro, it's just the lack of shooting, the lineups. You can help off of Tate. You know what I'm, and you can help off of certain guys and make it harder for the other guys, bro. And we need to be able to fill that void some type of way. We need to do it. And Raphael Stone, bro, if he staying pat through this trade deadline, bro, you're gonna be looking at one mad dude. I'm gonna be livid. I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. When I think about it, he deserves like 70% of the blame. I'm taking back some of that blame from Ime with the lineups. I think Raphael Stone needs to get that blame because I think if Ime had a better options off the bench, he would have played other people. But he's gonna have to play the cards that he's dealt. I know he could do better with his lineups, yes, but he doesn't really have much options off the bench, man.
No, he don't.
But that's on Stone. That's on Stone. You need to give the man something to work with.
Yeah, just like I'm a chef, you know, and I'm sending somebody out to get the ingredients for the make me this grand, you know, plate, like a gourmet dish, and they forget to bring the chili peppers or something that's integral to the dish.
The salt.
They forget, they forget the salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how I'm gonna make this work? I don't even have no salt. I don't have no seasoning. You know what I'm saying? And that's like equivalent to what it may. He only working with what he got. You know, he's only working with what he got.
Especially with Fred down, you know, when he looks on the bench and Armin and Cam are the only options. Then he looks back after that. Then you're talking about Tate and Holiday and Landale. Then that's crazy. You know, he needs at least one more option off the bench.
Yeah.
Outside of them two.
Yeah, and with Fred being down, it's like I done burnt up one of the side dishes. You know what I'm saying? The appetizer. He's burnt up. I can't make a good gourmet meal no more. You know, it's just, bro, it's like, Stone got to do something. He got to do something quick. Because like you said, we in the middle of a war, and we getting plummeted, bombs over Baghdad, and ain't nobody sending us no reinforcements. Like, no reinforcements.
Definitely, man. But it's going to be interesting these next 2 days, man, because honestly speaking, if we miss the plane because Stone didn't make any moves, I think he should be fired this offseason, man, to be honest. If he lets his guys go out there and not send any reinforcements, man, you're not going to want to go to war for that guy no more, man.
Yeah. I mean,
you need to do something.
Stone haven't showed me that he can put like together a competent team, bro. Like he haven't. Every move that he made, he ended up making a secondary move to fix the first move, and that's not how you run a business, bro. That's just not how you run a business. Whether it's making shirts or making putting together a team. Like you wasting energy and assets combating all of your mistakes. You're never gonna get ahead like that. You're never gonna get ahead. So,
I'm hearing Boston is interested in Tate. Why not go to Boston and say, hey, give me Pritchard, Peyton Pritchard or something like that. Peyton Pritchard can handle the ball and he can shoot.
Or either that other white guy. What's his name?
Scrappy.
It starts with an H. Dang, what's his name? Because I doubt if they give us Pritchard. Pritchard is kind of integral to their team.
Yeah, that would be a stretch.
Yeah, it's another guy up there, Hauser. Yeah, Hauser, he can shoot too. Like, bro, bring that man off some screens and let him shoot some threes, bro. Like, come on.
Sure, man.
Something got to give.
You got to do something with one of those contracts, man. That's the problem, too. He holds on to these contracts too long, man. He even did it with KJ Martin. He should have traded KJ the season before when he could have got a first rounder. Instead, he got 2 second-round picks for him.
Yeah, you can make that argument. Yeah.
Because the year before that, I think it was Phoenix that was trying to get KJ for a late first-round pick, I believe.
Yeah, they wanted KJ. They wanted KJ. I think it was Phoenix that wanted KJ. Yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't make the move, and he needs to understand that he needs to be proactive and not be reactive, as you said,
Yeah, I still wanted him. Even then, I still wanted him to move Tate instead of KJ. Tate has been on this team for too long, bro, and he's not producing what we need him to produce. He just killed every lineup with the spacing. They don't respect him. I mean, he gives hustle, but we can always find another guy that hustle. Like that's not uncommon to find a guy that's gonna hustle and bring something a little bit offensively to the table. Like he's been here for too long, bro. Get rid of him. It just don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense.
Definitely, man. And I mean, if we're
That's
not
hard,
gonna,
but you're right.
I don't know if they have a plan for this first round pick this year, which I doubt they have any room to develop another player. Just turn that into something that can help you right now, man. Like I don't know, even if you need to send that first round pick for Quentin Grimes and maybe Jayshawn Tate's contract or something like that. Put some protections on it, maybe. Maybe you say a top 10 protected and Jayshawn Tate's contract and try and get a Quentin Grimes or one of them guys, you know?
I'm all for Grimes, bro. I don't know. Y'all know I love some Quentin Grimes, but I think we should have got him when we got Josh Christopher, and we would never be in his predicament. Thinking we should have got him when we got Josh Christopher. Was it Josh Christopher? Yeah, I think it was Josh Christopher.
Yeah, Josh Christopher was the 23rd. Yeah. Because he went damn near maybe 2 or 3 picks after Josh.
Yeah, we should have got him before we got Josh Christopher. But it is what it is, man. We can't cry over spoiled milk. But Raphael Stone, you on the clock, bro. You on the clock, especially with the CSGs. Yeah, that's all you got, Genius?
Yeah, that's what I got, man. That's what I got.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Brown, Christmas, what's good, brother? How you been?
Hey, what's up, Space? I've been all right. Been busy. Been working.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to watch all the games. I try to catch them on replay or, see the highlights or see what y'all guys are talking about, see what happened. It hasn't been good lately.
Don't feel bad.
This was the exception.
Right. Don't feel bad. I've been working and doing some things too, bro. So I haven't been able to catch all the games and do my post streams as I like to. But yeah, man, appreciate to have you back, bro.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. So it was always nice to get on and just listen. So I mean, damn, y'all talking about the reinforcements, talking about Stone and man, he doing a Doka like he doing what was that guy's name? Silas.
He who should not be named, bro. That's how we address him around here. He's like Voldemort around here.
Yeah, but he's responsible for the roster, and Hadoka has got to play the hand he's dealt. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't have these injuries, especially to Tar Eason, and I know this 100%, and I think a majority of Rockets fans would probably feel the same way. If Tari was available to play a majority of these games, our record would be better. Definitely.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We had injuries to him. We had injuries to Cam. We've had a lot of unfortunate injuries for a team that's teetering on the edge, trying to make the play-in. That we're even still kind of close with all these injuries that we've been dealing with and running Fred into the ground, trying to win games. It's like we still got a chance. It's a slim chance, but if we can get healthy with this roster, I know everyone's talking about trades and I get you. There's many a day I wanted to make a trade, but just for another perspective, if we had health, we would be in a much better place. There's no doubt about it. Now, because we have a limited roster, when we lose some of our main players, one, it's hard to overcome for a team like us. Two, oh man, you might as well be down there with San Antonio because we have nobody to bring off the bench. And everyone knows it there. I mean, that was a big topic of discussion beforehand. So, man, I get that when y'all talking about where's the reinforcements, where are the troops, Stone, come on. Get it. But, At the same time, if we had a little bit better health, we would this conversation would be almost moot. You know, that's just my opinion. So moving on, man. Ammon has been like awesome lately, and I was almost kind of, I hate to say this, like, man, I hear that because I can't watch the games. I hear about the stats, hear about what people are talking about, and they're like, man, our point guard is averaging the most minutes that he's ever, and you know, and I'm like, something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
he's gonna go down. We all know it. It's coming. It's like you can see that coming. Everyone can see that coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I was almost like, yes, let's Amen. Let's see what he can do now. And so far, I mean, yeah, okay, one game overreacting, but he looks great out there. And if he could only get a shot, and this is the question that I want to pose to you, Space.
What's up?
Do you think that Amen Thompson will ever get like a good 3-point shot, or will he be like just a Ben Simmons shooter, Giannis, Lucky, Westbrook type, you know, shooter? What do you think?
Oh, it's kind of hard to predict right now, but his when the beginning of the season, he was actually shooting the ball better, but it seemed like he kind of regressed in that matter after that injury. It's like he's not getting enough lift on his shots, and they're coming up like way short. Now, we have seen guys like Jason Kidd, Rondo, point guards that wasn't, you know, that wasn't known for being a 3-point shooters when they came in the league. But it took them like 6, 7, 8 years to actually develop that, you know, shot. And one thing about our man, I don't think he'll necessarily have to rely on the 3-point shot, but he do need it to keep the defense honest, you know, so to say, so it won't just ruin our spacing. So I would have to say maybe give me like 4 years, bro, before I say he's decent. And I still don't think he'll be above league average decent. Just 34%, that'll do, that'll be enough because he's so athletic. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying, so he'll definitely be better than a Ben Simmons 3-point shooter, Giannis, Antetokounmpo 3-point shooter.
See, the thing about them guys and Ben Simmons just refuses to take them. So you miss every shot you don't take. And we seen, oh man, even though he shoots it bad, he still is willing to take them. All he got to do is just start making them, you know. Even with Giannis, we see people, Giannis a pump fake at the 3-point line, and they'll still have to respect him for shooting it because he do make them occasionally. And it's not like he just won't shoot them. The problem with Ben Simmons, he just didn't shoot them. Like the same with Russ. We know Russ will shoot them, and he'll make some of them. Not too many of them, but at least he'll make some of them to where you will have to respect them and at least close out on them. Not, you don't always just be like, nah, that's Russ. He ain't gonna shoot him because he could get semi-hot from the 3-point line every once in a while to where it makes you think, well, is he gonna make this one? I'm gonna just close out on him just in case. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we need is somebody to just think, oh, just in case he do hit this one, I'm going to close out on him. And then he can use his athleticism to blow by him and attack the paint and do what he need to do. So he don't need to be exceptionally good at the 3-point line, if you ask me. But I just think he just needs to be able to take them and make them occasionally. 30%, 32, 33%, I think that'll be at least good.
Well, I get you. I was just wondering what you thought about that. You know, I see him like he could be a Westbrook type of, you know, get the ball, run it down the court, you know, get assists, but also get rebounds, play good defense. You know, could potentially get a triple-double. And it's not like, you know, you don't need 30 points to get a triple-double. You just need 10 points. You get that a couple offensive rebounds, some putbacks, and, you know, hit a layup, hit a runner. maybe hit a 3 or 2, and you got your 10 points. You give us everything else, and that really helped this team win. I don't. Maybe I missed something. I didn't hear y'all talk too much about Sengun. I saw some really good things, and then of course, when you look at the scores, like, well, he wasn't stopping anybody.
He was getting cooked in the
It
paint.
don't look like
I ain't
anybody
gonna
was
lie.
stopping anybody.
He was getting cooked in the paint. I'm not gonna lie. He had a rough night out defensively. He did.
Well, I mean, but we were still, if we hadn't had some untimely turnovers, and maybe hit another shot or two, you know what I'm saying? Really, the turnovers, but I think we were still right there. And another thing that I've been thinking this from the beginning of the season is, and this had to do with the fact that they were trying to get Brook Lopez, and a lot of people were thinking that meant that Sengun was either going to go to the bench, and now I think people have heard stories about they're even trying to trade him. So, but what do you think? The way Sengun can play in a high octane type situation like this game was, and be effective, and probably be even more effective if he had a shot blocker next to him. What if Sengun wasn't the center, but was our power forward?
Right.
A power forward who is mobile, who is tricky, who can score on anybody. We know he can score on anybody in the league. Yeah, he can't hit his threes, but it's just like the Amen situation. If he did hit his threes,
I
I
mean,
killing every team. So,
right. And bringing up that point.
So if he had someone who could be his shot blocking rim deterrent, then a game like this would have a different, the outcome I think would be different. It wouldn't be as high scoring. Turner would have to be more focused on defense. You know what I'm saying? Or he better hit all his 3-pointers. That's the thing. So that's another question. I really think the Rockets will be best served. And I know you always talk about shooting. That's what we need if there was a trade or whatever, if we get somebody. But I think that if we could somehow find a shot blocker who can play next to Sengun, a rim deterrent, that would be the best starting lineup if you were to think that down the line, Thompson's going to be our point guard, and Cam Whitmore maybe not be starting, but if he's coming off the bench, first one off the bench for a Jalen Green, or if he's still cooking, I think that would be a good lineup, and Jabari would be an excellent backup power forward if Jabari can get some more post-up moves, some hook shots, something close to the basket that he can mix in with his nice jumper that he has already.
Yeah.
So, I may be going off on a tangent.
Nah, you good.
They don't. I mean, that's some of the things I've been thinking about. Also, if we don't make the playoffs, don't make the play-in tournament, yes, this season's a failure, without a doubt. So something has to happen. I'm hoping that our rookies really start gaining the trust of Udoka, because that seems like that's the only thing that's missing. Udoka just has had that much more trust in them to keep them out there. Because I think once those guys start really gelling and working as a more cohesive unit together, then the Rockets will be way better off, way better prepared for the end of the season to close it out. Hopefully we get some winning streaks instead of these losing streaks, and maybe we still can make the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
6 seed is already out. Too many injuries for 6 seed. I was down with that early in the season.
Right.
And now if we can just somehow crawl ourselves into the play-in tournament. Maybe it takes it down to the wire to the last game of the season. I don't care. I want to see that happen. And if we don't make it, yeah, it's a failure of the season. All right, man, that's what I got. All right, Space, I'll let y'all move on.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, bro. And I'm gonna try to remember some half of those points you said. Now, as far as having a big guy next to Şengün, yeah, I think that would help. I think that would help, and I don't know if I'm a preferred overshooting, but definitely we need somebody that can come in and actually stop some of the leakage whenever teams are just running downhill on us and getting so many points in the paint. Now, I think it would have to be like the right type of person, player, the right archetype of player that can still stretch the floor on offense. Sort of like how, or even, you remember how Luis Scola used to be? And he was next to Dwight Howard and Omer Ashik and guys like that. He was our power forward, but he was able to initiate some offense, got some little Şengün in him. He was able to take boys off the dribble. But the key was he can also hit threes. So he can also catch and shoot threes. So I think you would have to inverse that with Şengün since he's not a great three-point shooter. Then the guy that you put next to him, he would have to be able to shoot threes, almost like a Miles Turner. Like he can be able to defensively, he can protect the rim and be our rim stopper. But then offensively, he can also stretch the floor and hit some threes. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? I think they would have to be a give and take in that situation. And
right. I mean, I like the Steven Adams like pairing. You know, I'm not saying do that for the whole game, but to have someone who could be different but still shot blocking, defensive minded. You know, I would like to have both of those types of centers on my team. So I mean, I'm glad that we have Steven Adams. I know that's next year, but to me, that's still only half of the equation at backup center. I think we still would need someone who's mobile, just like you were saying, can hit threes and still be a rim deterrent. And maybe he doesn't get that much time, but I think when you need that type of lineup out there, that it'd be great to have for the coach Udoka to be able to go to instead of having to bring Tate out and hope he can hit a three because he ain't stopping nobody on defense.
He's fouling everybody. He's fouling and he's putting us in the penalty early because he commits so many fouls. I think what Udoka get mixed up is that he mistake hustle for wrestling because Tate be out there fouling, and it'd be like he'll be better suited for WWE than actually a basketball player. And he's just so aggressive to where he just puts us behind the A-ball as far as getting into the penalty early as well, bro. And it's like, bro, Tate, stop it. Just stop it. And then he'll look confounded like, what I do? Man, bro, you fouling out there, man. You clearly fouling these guys. And Tate, bro, don't let me get on Tate because I can go on a tangent myself about Tate. So.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people was telling me earlier this season, man, what are you talking about? Tate, he looking good. Now, that lasted about 5 to 6 games. And he even had me fooled. And I filled out my apology letter. But I knew it was premature. I knew it was premature because he turned right back to the old Tate. And he's been that old Tate for like 2 months now. And I'm not happy with Tate, that Tate is still on his squad, truthfully. He needs to be gone.
Yeah, and I feel you. Tate though is a person who can do good on a team, the right team, but he's not the right play. He's like a mismatched player on our team right now because he can't hit threes. He's too short for the position that we're trying to play him in, which is usually like small forward, power forward. And if he's not hitting his threes, he's getting out rebounded. We're losing the rebound battle. The other team's getting second chance points, or they're getting rebounds and runouts, which is almost like a turnover, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm going down to. Oh, okay, hold on. Change the subject. What you got, Space?
Nah, you ain't changed the subject. I'm riding with you, bro. You the only one up here right now, so
Okay. Well, hell, man.
it's the Space and Brown Christmas show right now.
Well, okay. Well, just getting back to the game, the way we started with Jabari, being aggressive,
Yeah.
backing down players. That was kind of beautiful to see. I was, and maybe it did occur throughout the rest of the game. I wasn't as engaged. I was coming home. I was doing other things. I didn't have no food here because I had been like out of town for a whole week, so I had to go find some food there, a place to eat. Anyway, so I was watching the game in spots and sections, but I do remember the beginning. I was like, man, if Jabari plays like that consistently, that's also because he's super aggressive offensively, and I really like the way he started off, and I hope to see that something that kind of a confidence builder. I know we lost the game, but I'm hoping that there is some good carryover. Who we play next, by the way?
Let me see. That is a good question. Let me see.
Because now I'm interested because we got 2 days off.
We play Toronto Raptors. We play Toronto again in Toronto. No? Hold on. Yeah, we play Toronto Raptors. We play the Raptors. Hello? You still with me? Well, I think he disconnected. Brown Christmas. I can't hear you, bro. We got EF.
Hey. Oh, okay, move on. It's all good. Yeah.
EF, you got a relay. You got a delay. You got an echo.
Okay. Let me see if I can turn off my other screen. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, you good? Yeah, you good. I don't hear no more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I do. But go ahead. I won't say nothing.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to. I'm gonna try you right. You know what I mean? So I just want to come in and reiterate. You know what I mean? You know, just to drive home the point of how fast the offense is when Jalen is at the point guard. You know what I mean? It make everything look better. At this point, you know, and it seems like every stream I'm switching. Who my guy is that I'm willing to trade. And at this point, it's gonna be Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet is up next on the. He up next on the totem pole, man.
Ooh,
Because
after one game, you ready to get rid of
in order
Fred?
to clear space for the. I mean, he was always, like he was always on the hot seat with me. You know what I mean? Because of the simple fact that, um, and I just had to see if Jalen really can do it. We always thought that was gonna be the guy who could, and I just think that we now that we see that the combination of LP, Jalen, and on the floor together is instant offense because you got who can play the three. If he's moving at the three and able to pass the ball like he can, and Jalen is being efficient at the point guard, and we know that LP is our best hub in most games, then Fred becomes obsolete at a point.
Hold on, they say
I think that was
y'all
you
can't
saying
y'all
that
can't hear
Fred
EF.
actually.
Hold on, EF. They say you quiet, bro.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah. So I think I don't know if this is better or not, but I think that Fred slows down the game for us, and it makes our offense, you know, pre-dynastic. Like, you know what I mean? He gives us that old school kind of offense that really slows us down. LP is super athletic and fast, man, and he don't need to play as slow as we've been playing with him. That high post, dream shaking at the top of the key. We don't necessarily have to do that just because he's a center. But so and Fred being a higher dollar player, he makes our he makes that trade value better for us. So when we're looking for players, he makes that trade value more high. So I think obviously if you still would have to throw in somebody. So just off the top of my head, I'm saying a guy like Jared Jackson Jr. So Marcus Smart is hurt in Memphis if he's still hurt, and if you say, hey, if they would give us Jared Jackson Jr. for Fred VanVleet and one of our young guys, which young guy would we be willing to give up at this point? And then you throw in a couple of first rounders, and then Jared Jackson Jr. would be the perfect player to fit in this offense, you know. And so something like that could be a splash. That's one of those moves that would be a splash that would really upgrade our offense totally. And of course, as Rocket fans, we'll be hurt because all the young guys that we got we like, but it would make us, it would put us fifth or fourth seed if we did something like that. I think.
So, in a nutshell, you want to get rid of Fred, right? EF. EF, can you hear me? I think EF got having technical issues over there. Brown Christmas, did you hear everything he said?
Yeah, I heard everything. Well, until he faded away.
Right, he was kind of low towards the end. I know he said get rid of Fred and move and let Jaylen play some point guard.
Oh, no, okay, yeah. So that was the gist of it. Yeah, it was like, okay, yeah. He's never been on my trade program or whatever, but now he is. He's the number one that needs to be traded right now. That's messed up. We ground him to the ground, the old man, and then as soon as he pulls a hammy, like beat it, get out of here, throw him out to the pasture and shoot him.
But yeah, I think he do make a good point because I have been stressing this point the last few weeks or so. Like he's he's an older cat, so he plays so slow to where I don't think it's real conducive with the young legs that's running around him. Now, don't get me wrong. I think he's a good point guard in a vacuum of saying, let's organize the offense, find some open players. But if you look at him and his assist quality, he only really assists to the role man. Every once in a while, he'll find an open shooter here and there, but he don't really assist to the. He only really get, I think, like probably 60% of his assists are coming from Şengün, primarily in the paint. When Şengün actually he assists to everybody, and it's so predictable when 6 times out of 10 he's gonna just pass it to Şengün, and it makes the offense so much easier to defend. You know what I'm saying? Like we can have somebody in the corner, a spy man in the corner while doing the pick and roll, and he won't give it to the corner. He won't make the skip pass to the corner. He'll just run around and come back and reset for another pick and roll, and then just so he can find Şengün. I know he trusts Şengün. I trust Şengün too. Emails trust Şengün. Everybody on the team trusts Şengün. But that's limiting your offense. You know what I'm saying? That's limiting your offense. And I'm not saying we just gotta be able to just run because that's not conducive either. Like we do need a balance between running and running for a purpose. Like we're not running just to run on every play. Like we do need to be able to organize and set in the half court. So, and give people different looks, this and that. But when that's all you do is come down, bring it up slow, set in the half court, and 60% of the time your pick and roll is going to the roll man, it gets kind of redundant and it's easier to defend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So
I get you. Yeah. Yeah, of course. You know, they
And then on top of that, oh no, I was just saying. Then on top of that, if you look at Jalen and LP when they run their action, it draws more gravity because Jalen is a threat from all three levels. He's a threat if you don't cut him off. They want to cut him off from getting to the basket desperately, and that allows his pull up mid range to be even more deadly than Fred VanVleet's pull up mid range. So now when they back up, that allows him to get in his bag one on one from 3 point range. So it becomes deadlier for Jalen at the point guard than for Fred. Now I'm not saying Jalen is going to make decisions as good as Fred does because Fred is, a seasoned veteran that's championship caliber player, an all star already. So we know that Fred's going to be better, you know, in crunch time situations. And so that's kind of where you say, okay, well, I probably wouldn't want to get rid of Fred. But if you look at in totality, if you're saying, what is it that we mostly miss? What we mostly miss is a rim protector. So if you can get a rim protector for any of the players on our team, every other position now has showed that we can fill that position. We can fill the two, we can fill the three, we can fill the four, we can fill the point guard, we can fill every position. And I don't really like the idea of having to start somebody over Jabari. But if I was going to start somebody over Jabari, it would be Jaren Jackson Jr. He's the one player that I feel like is good enough to start over Jabari. And I looked around the league today. There's not a lot of players that I would say that about Jabari. So if I say, okay, Jabari, you're going to come off the bench, you know, and galvanize that second unit with Almond and Cam, and now you running Jalen, Dylan, Jalen, Dylan. Maybe you put Jabari at the three. You know
unless
what I mean?
unless Triple J is a free agent, unless he's a free agent, then we're doing it in a trade.
that's a pipe
I
dream. I
would
know.
think, yeah, I would think that Memphis would want Jabari back in that trade.
Well, maybe they want Jabari back. Maybe they want Tari. So
Mm.
either way it go to me, it's tricky because I don't want to give up either one of those players. That's why I say, if it's Fred, 3 first round draft picks, and maybe Jay Sean Tate. You know what I mean? And then they get a good point guard, they get a tenacious defender, and then they get 3 first round draft picks. And maybe they do want a Tari, maybe they do want a Jabari. But you saying you getting a defensive player of the year at power forward that's gonna make LP better right today. From now, Triple J is only like 20,
I give up
24, 25
Jabari,
years old.
not Tari.
You
I
give up
mean, for
Jabari?
me,
I'm
at this
not willing
like
to give up Jabari just yet.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Spencer. No, that's your boy.
Yeah, I'm not willing to give
I
up
mean,
Jabari just yet, bro. I can see once
I'm,
Jabari
I'm,
fills out and have muscle, cause he gonna put on like he's gonna get Jaren Jackson Jr. size. You know what I'm saying? Jabari is
But I
gonna
don't see
be
him getting Jaren Jackson Jr.'s hops and shot blocking.
with
I
size. I
mean,
think he will. I think he will. He
here's
just he
here's
just
the
too
thing.
weak.
The thing is,
He,
is that
he kind of get moved a little easier right now. He gets some size on him.
so
He's gonna be hard to move.
Right now, if I had to make the decision, I would do the trade. Maybe in a couple years, then I can see where Jabari's going with it. Then yeah, I'll stick with him.
right,
But right now,
and
I'm
so
making the
and
trade.
so and so my thing is that for Triple J, it's not too many players on my team I wouldn't give up because your centerpiece is LP. And so whatever it takes to make him his best. So we have to get him help defensively to make him his best. Everybody else at this point really can be replaced. I mean, this you keep it brass tack. The key to your offense, the key to your franchise right now is LP. So you make him the best you can make him by solidifying the defense around him. So bringing in the best shot blocking power forward in the league is going to make LP his best. You know what I mean? So really, anybody really can go. I wouldn't want to, like I say, it would hurt me. But if they said Jabari, if they said Tari, if they said Cam, I would have to consider it. I would have to consider all three of those players. I would have to consider all three of those players because none of those players have proven anything in the league. Any one of those players can get hurt. Any one of those players can never make an All-Star game. Any one of those players can plateau out right where they're at right now. But we know where Triple J is right now. He's defensive player of the year caliber right now. And
History.
he's gonna make your best player, he's gonna make your best player better.
I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. I think with Jabari shooting at that spot, and he have the potential to become better defensively. I don't think Jabari is capped out on defensively. Is at his ceiling. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I would probably give up Cam before I give up Tari or Jabari. Truthfully, because we already got an archetype kind of like Cam and Jaylen. Yeah, he's not as big, but he still played basically the same type of role. Nah, man. I don't know. I'll send them back Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet.
So here's my only pushback, and I agree with you. I would rather send Cam because we don't know what his potential is right now. We see what it is, but he's not a staple in our rotation right now. But Tari has been hurt a little bit. I think they hide him. I don't really think he hurt. We know what Tari can be. Jabari, like you said, his shooting and defense. If Jabari is able to play the 3, then we don't really need Cam as much, right? So, but also we have Amin, who to me can be Amin can be a great 3 to me. Amin can be, and I've been comparing Amin to a Scottie Pippen type player right now, and Tari. So we don't really need Tari because Amin is going to be just like Tari to me, probably better than Tari, for what we're seeing. So we don't really need Tari because Amin can take that position. And if you think about it, Amin might be as good as Jabari. So, I mean, any one of those positions can be filled. Even Jabari's position can be filled by Cam Whitmore. And so if you say Jabari's going to have to go to the bench for Triple J, then why do you need Jabari on the bench when we got Cam Whitmore on the bench who can score, dribble, play defense, rebound, blah. You know what I mean? So
how many
Man, just think about
how many
Jabari coming off the bench.
How many Jabari
That'd be awesome.
archetypes? How many Jabari archetypes are in the league?
Like 3, 4.
Right. I mean, that's just a rare gem of a player. Once he hits his ceiling, I think you can find another guy like Tari and Cam, even Jaylen, before you can find another guy that fits Jabari archetype.
I don't
know. Let me think about that one.
Jaylen playing point guard like we saw tonight is rare. That was Ja Morant with a quick release jump shot. Like that was, and I'm gonna say this, and y'all go ahead and kill me. I don't care. That was Steph Curry-esque gravity, not the way he played, but the gravity that he had at certain times on the court. Reminds you of Steph Curry. He was pulling when he come off the screen, when he full speed down the court, get the screen from LP, you were seeing 3 people shift to his side of the court every time because they trying to stop him on 3 levels. That's different. That opens up the lane for LP. And LP didn't have a great game because, they got 3 big guys that's really good. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, and it's a pipe dream anyway. But I'm just saying the fact is that to make LP his best, I think that's the one position that's really gonna improve our roster. Anything else, I think we already have on the team.
Man, I'm sorry, man.
AK had to come back. Hold on, yeah.
I had to come back, man.
AK had to come back and re-dip.
No. They talking about my man's Jabari. I got to come back in here. No, bro.
I tried to.
Let me explain.
Put it up. I was taking up for him, AK. I was taking up for him.
I know, but I'm here now, and we can tag team this.
I'll be back later, Mama.
I'm not having that. Peep game, man. I need some names. The archetype that Jabari has is this: 6'10", 6'11" guy who can shoot the three at a high clip, who can shoot in general, just shoot everywhere. He can shoot at all three levels. He can rebound and he can defend. Name those players. Name them.
Okay. So
I'm talking shooting, rebounding, and defending. You said Larry Markkinen and can't defend.
Yeah, you got. No, Larry Markkinen can defend.
Not really.
He's not a great defender, but he can.
No,
defend.
he can't defend.
Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam not rebounding like that. Try again.
Siakam not 6'10" though.
No, he not 60, and he's not a rebounder like that.
You know, 6'9". Okay.
And he's not a shooter like that. He can shoot, but
Larry
not
Nance
like Jabari.
Jr. Larry Nance Jr.
Larry Nance Jr., who can't even get no playing time in New Orleans. Brandon Ingram is not a rebounder like that. And he's a mid-range shooter. He's not really a three-point shooter.
Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre ain't 6'10".
Kelly Oubre. I mean 6'9", 6'10". You
Kelly Oubre 6'7".
You penny pinching over an inch.
Nah, but all right, let me ask you this. Do you think Kelly Oubre and Jabari Smith can guard the same people and play the same way on offense? That's what it comes down to.
Hell yeah.
No, all right, and we got to move on then because I can't believe that one. That's not reasonable to me, man. I can't ride with that.
I don't.
Right now, yeah. But Jabari has a higher ceiling.
Nah, I don't.
Kelly Oubre is not
I
a
don't
good
see that
defender
one.
as Jabari Smith Jr. Kelly Oubre is not a good defender as Jabari Jr. And he's not as consistent as Jabari Jr. I wouldn't dare say that.
Don't get me wrong. Oubre can defend, but I want you to look at how versatile of a defender that Jabari is. Couple that with his three-point shooting ability, and his shooting ability is overall, and his ability to rebound. Like we talking about the three pillars of a great forward.
Right, but also here's the thing: we're not just talking about Jabari's pluses. We're talking about also who pluses are equal or better than Jabari. So you add the number one shot blocker at that position and compare that to Jabari and say, what are we missing?
You know, I can tell you what's the name
let's
missing.
use Space's analogy. Hold on. Let's use Space's analogy. Let's say I'm bringing you a dish, and I'm bringing you a spicy curry dish.
What?
Now I'm saying, okay, here goes the spicy. I'm bringing you spicy curry. Here goes a nice spicy curry, right? But I don't have no peppers on this shit. So we're saying that Jabari can do all this shit, but he's not protecting the rim at a high enough level if Fred VanVleet is leading your team in shot blocks. So something that Jabari can't do. And we're saying, how do we fill that void?
Okay. So you got to peep game again, though.
Industry level.
Just because somebody can block shots, that don't necessarily make them a good defensive player. You remember Al Jefferson? Al Jefferson used to be able to block shots. That boy was not good at guarding nobody. The same with Hassan Whiteside. He could block shots, but he was a bad defender.
You straw man in me.
No, I'm not straw manning you. Like
he said, you straw manning me.
No, we need a good defender who can block shots.
No,
Hit threes.
just because you can block a shot, that don't mean you a good defensive player.
But we talking
Karl
about
Malone
the
wasn't a
defensive
great
player
shot
of the year
blocker,
last
but he was
year.
he was a defensive player of the year. Karl Malone was a power forward, 6'9", 275.
You wouldn't put him at center though. No, we need a center who can do that.
But see,
No,
this is what I'm saying. You straw manning me. Every argument is a straw man argument.
No, I'm giving you
talking
facts.
about
I'm not
these
saying
defensive
nothing you can't go look up yourself.
Hold on. I know, but your facts are irrelevant to the point. We're talking about the defense player of the year who is a shot blocker. That we need a shot blocker that is the defense has defensive player of the year potential.
But remember the three things we was talking about.
In the chat, if Jabari was taking charges like Shane Battier, I wouldn't be having this discussion at all.
All right. So again, we said three things. We said shoot, rebound, and defend. If you talk to a Grizzlies fan right now, they'll tell you their number one problem with Triple J is that man don't rebound. He rebound like a guard.
Okay, but
He's not a good rebounder.
Forwards.
And think about it. Rebounding is a problem that we already have on the team. Sure.
No, we don't.
And part of the reason, do you know why? Do you know if you watch Grizzlies games, do you know why
Rebound wouldn't be, but problem we didn't have a center.
Hold on.
We didn't center. Solve rebound problem.
Let me tell y'all why Triple J is such a great shot blocker. Because he's a great shot blocker, but he also fouls a lot. And do you know why? Because he jump at everything. He jump at everything, bro.
And then, but let's look at this with Jabari. He's switchable. He can be on the perimeter. And he can play. He can shut down. Well, not shut down, but he can effectively defend perimeter players as well. He's a switchable
and you'll feel
guy.
Comfortable with that. Like if he gets switched on to Kawhi Leonard, I ain't worried at all. If he gets switched on to Paul George or James Harden, I'm not worried about it. If Triple J get switched on to one of them, I'm worried because he don't move his feet like that. He gonna jump at you and foul like Tate.
I was just playing devil's advocate, man. You can't get rid of Jabari, man. He's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
he is. I'm not saying that Triple J wouldn't be nice on this team. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, if you even remember Triple J at 21 years old, he wasn't. I mean, we see what he is now after he done won the Defensive Player of the Year. We going off of that, but we got to be able to project these young guys. When you're looking at young players, you got to be able to look at their projections, look at their body type.
My decision wasn't on the projections. My decision was like, right now, if I was in that position right now, I would make the trade.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but
Memphis wouldn't do it.
This is why Triple J is already 25 years old. Jabari 24, 25. Jabari's still only like 21. He can be Triple J in 3 years, or probably even better. Don't give up something that you already have developing for, already an established guy. That I feel you. Don't get me wrong. I feel where everybody's coming from.
This is my thing, and I don't know if this makes sense to you.
Triple J 24. My bad. Go ahead. My bad. Triple J 24.
Yeah, Jabari's just 20.
Being a better defender than Sengun, and if Sengun's got to be out there, I think we need a better defender next to him. That's what I'm trying to say.
But it's hard to say that he will never be a shot blocker, or because you never know. He still got potential. He still got years ahead of him. Like you never know what he can become. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand in a vacuum, Triple J, he's better than Jabari right now. I would agree. Right, yeah, I would agree. But Jabari in 4 seasons, he can potentially be a Triple J already that you already got and don't have to give up assets to get a Triple J. You know what I'm saying? You already got that archetype under your house. You're like,
but to me, the best case scenario would be keeping Sengun, keeping Jabari, and also getting a shot blocker who we can play next to Sengun.
My thing too is this. I think a lot of times
that's depth.
We get caught up on the shot blocker title. We get caught up on that title. We get caught up on the excitement of watching somebody's shot get swatted. The point is to not allow somebody to make a layup at the rim. You can protect the rim without necessarily swatting shots.
Blocking a shot.
We've seen several of players who was like this throughout the year. Matt, I give you an old rocket. You remember Omer Ashik?
Yeah, I mentioned him earlier.
He barely averaged a block a game, but he was a great team protector. He just wasn't jumping out the gym and swatting shots out the air left and right.
And then let me make one other point.
But that's Steven Adams. We got that guy.
But let me make one other point, okay? That archetype of guy that y'all want, we can get in free agency. We don't have to give up assets to get that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like
who's that guy?
There's a few of them in the draft.
Hey, go.
I want to know who they are because that's what I'm interested in.
Space. I agree with you, bro. Listen,
my
whole point is this: is that it's the same thing I said this weekend when we talked. That once we start looking at what's the problem, da 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 da. Now you got to think outside the box. You got to think, okay, if you're gonna upgrade a position, what position are you gonna upgrade? If you upgrade that position, you're gonna have to lose something at a position. And so I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's the best decision. Now, don't get me wrong. At 24 years old, defensive player of the year, I'm saying I would do it. I'm not saying it's the greatest decision in the world, but I agree with Space. We can find a shot blocker. We can find a shot blocker that come in off the bench that can, you know, that's a bench player that can come in and block shots. We and the same thing I said before I just got off. If Jabari Smith would jump at more shots at the rim, if he would take more charges, just getting back in position, recovering off the screen, getting back in position, getting his body in the front of a man and taking charges. That's protecting the rim. If he was doing that, that would make him a better defender. So when we talk about a defender, a rim protector, I'm not just saying, oh, Triple J a better shot blocker, so he better than Jabari. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's things that Jabari can do to make himself more impactful on the defensive end and help protecting the rim and make it easier on Şengün, because you don't want Şengün on the island by himself all game. You don't want Şengün always being at fault when the bigs are scoring 65% at the rim, because we outplayed them on every level. We shot less threes than them, but we matched them 3-point. They hit one more 3-pointer than us. We shot more shots than they did. We shot a lower percent. They shot a higher percent than we did. We out rebounded them by 10. We had less turnovers than they did. We were equal on. We had less fouls than they did. We outplayed them on every level. But what happens is when they got 3 guys who gonna pound the glass, then it's just that you missing the rim protector.
Okay, let's look at the rim protectors for this
the
season.
Shot blockers, right?
For this season,
I'm looking at them right now. Space,
Victor,
I told you, me and you cousins, bro. I'm looking at it right now too.
Victor Wembanyama, we know he's out. Brook Lopez, we could have had him. 2.8 blocks
They saying the power
game.
forward. They saying the power forward that can play with Şengün.
Right, but these are the type of games. I mean, these are the people that we're not gonna be able to get. So you got to go all the way down to like, okay, we can start it right after Jaren Jackson Jr. He's number 12. He's number 12, and he's listed as a power forward. Clint Capella, we could probably get Clint, but I don't think so. Goga Bitadze, 14. Scotty Barnes, no, we're not gonna get him. Jakob Poeltl. Derek Lively, I don't think he Dallas is willing to trade him. Zubac, no. Then you got Nick Richards from the Hornets. Nick Richards, maybe the Hornets may blow it up. Nick Richards. KD, no. Even Derek White. Derek White is up there, number 21. Isaiah Jackson, we just seen him tonight. Small forward, I don't think we would get him. Maybe Jonathan Isaac from the Magic. Jared Allen, no, we ain't gonna. Bismack Biyombo, number 25. Possibly we can get him. Then you got Giannis, Isaiah Hartenstein, Okongwu from the Atlanta, maybe. You got Valanciunas, no, we're not. No, Xavier Tillman. Maybe if
he's gettable because he's expendable up there.
Yeah, he's expendable.
Really,
then you got Luke Cornett, Yusuf Nurkic, Bam. You got Fred at number 35. Then you got Asur, Al Horford, John Conchar, Jokic, Kawhi, Herb Jones, Peyton Walson. Maybe Peyton Walson, but he's only averaging 0.9 blocks a game. Look,
he don't really he plays a little bit, but
hold up, you ain't say Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley, he's hurt. He's not even on the list because he's hurt.
Let me ask y'all this: is the question somebody to play next to Şengün as a shot blocker or a backup?
But the thing is, there's not a really lot of options.
It's not a lot of options at all in the first place. So that's why I'm saying, like, even if we was to find somebody, that person probably just going to play like 15, 20 minutes max.
Oh, I mean, look, I agree with all that. I agree with all those ideas. What I'm saying is, taking everything into consideration. Do you want Cam to play more? Do you want Amin to play more? Do you like the up tempo speed style of play with Jaylen at the point guard and Amin on the floor together?
But we don't have to get rid of Jabari. We don't have to get rid of Jabari to do that.
I'm not saying we did. Somebody else said that they're gonna want Jabari. I think that was you that said they're gonna want Jabari.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to get if you
traded for Triple J,
if you want to get Triple
they
J,
gonna want Jabari
yeah.
back.
And that's where we at, because I'm saying for me to move Fred and to upgrade the position, because I feel like Triple J is upgraded this year that will put us into the top 4 or 5 seed automatically if we got him. Now maybe we lose some ground because Fred. Maybe to say, you know, if we lose Fred and we get Triple J, maybe that don't make us better. I don't know. But for my style of play, just for my own personal style of play, I say I got a shot blocker at power forward that helps LP. I got a Alman Thompson I can play at 3. I got Cam Whitmore I can play at 3. I got Torrey Easton, Jabari, whoever there I can play at 3. I got Dylan, who's a lockdown defender and a marksman at 2. And then I got Jalen Green, who can score on all 3 levels at point guard. Splitting the point guard.
Listen to all the guys you saying. Somebody gonna have their playing time dipped into. That's a lot of guys who playing around the same time.
They already got their playing time dipped into. What I'm saying is about moving Fred VanVleet. You opening up
Memphis?
38 minutes a game.
So
by moving Fred VanVleet.
Let's frame out the deal.
So long, Jason Tate ain't out there. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Yuck. Tate is a curse word around these parts.
Don't say Tate.
Frame it out.
Yeah, no more Aaron Holiday.
Let's frame out the deal. And remember, salaries got to be, they either got to match or they got to be within a certain percentage close. So you say you want Triple J. Let's hold on. Let me pull up my
Triple J is getting paid though.
Yeah, he getting paid. Yeah, we finna get into it. Let me.
Well, maybe we should start thinking of things that could actually happen. Because we're not getting Triple J.
That's where I was.
Right.
That's where I wanted to go, but I wanted.
Okay, well, let's just go there right now.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to go, but I wanted EF to see how a deal like that can't even be discussed, because Memphis won't even make a deal like that because they're gonna pay Fred $40 million to be a backup for Ja.
I mean, look.
What's the real? That's what I was interested in.
Why did they bring in Marcus Smart?
Because he could play defense.
Brought him in to replace Dylan Brooks.
They brought in a point guard to replace a small forward.
He wasn't going to play point guard with Ja. They didn't bring him in just to play point guard.
Is your real name?
They brought him in to play defense.
Come on, bro.
I don't believe you just told me they brought in a point guard to replace a small forward. You make content and you're going to tell me they brought in a point guard to replace a small forward?
Because they moved Bane over to the 3.
You got to be kidding me.
Because when their closing lineup, let me tell you what their closing lineup was going to be. It's going to be Ja. It's going to be Smart. It's going to be Bane. It's going to be Triple J. And it was supposed to be, what's the name?
Adams.
Brandon Clark. But he hurt. Or Adams, and he hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's who it was supposed to be.
See, they don't have no center. That's why they suck.
Just for shits and giggles, what position was Marcus Smart going to be playing?
He was going to be playing guard.
He's going to be an off guard. He wasn't going to be playing point guard.
Right, but because Ja was hurt, Marcus Smart can play point guard. Marcus Smart can play point guard when Ja is hurt or when he's not in the game. Just like James Harden is playing point guard with Chris Paul on the same court with him.
Let's keep it a stat. You got a guard who can pass and shoot threes, and you got a guard who can score. So the scoring guard was going to be Ja. I'm playing defense and shooting threes was going to be Marcus Smart. So what's the difference between Marcus Smart and Fred VanVleet in the situation? It's the same thing. Fred VanVleet
can't play defense.
Ja is the scoring guard.
But Fred VanVleet can't play defense.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. In a vacuum, who you taking? In a vacuum, who you taking? Fred VanVleet or Marcus Smart? 1-on-1. You had to pick one. You building your
DeAndre Ayton.
Fred VanVleet.
This bro say DeAndre Ayton. That wasn't an option, hybrid.
I'm taking Fred VanVleet over Marcus Smart all day. Fred VanVleet scored 50 points in the game. He had 23 points in the game. He's a champion.
He scored 50 points as a fifth option.
He scored 50 points as the fifth option. He gets the most steals around the rim. He don't take a lot of charges like Marcus Smart. He don't get the credit for being a rah-rah guy.
Marcus Smart is a defensive MVP.
Marcus Smart is a defensive player of the year too, bro.
Yeah, he is. He is. And I give him that. I'm not taking nothing from him for that. But
That's a pretty even.
I want a point guard.
That's not even. Don't say that, Chris Brown. Don't ride with EF on that one. That is not an even switch.
You think Marcus Smart is better than Fred VanVleet?
Yes, bro. I don't care if Fred VanVleet got one little lucky All-Star game in, bro. I don't care nothing about that. I'm watching these boys. Give me Marcus. I'm sorry. And I like Fred, but Marcus. All right, I'll put to you like this.
All-Star games have Marcus Smart.
I'll put to you like this, bro. Okay. Let's go.
You know what? I really think they are kind of similar players, but I agree.
No, they're not.
They're not similar. They're not similar.
They're not similar players at all because Fred VanVleet's offense is pick and roll dependent. If he ain't in the pick and roll, he's not going to score. It's just not going to happen.
Is that how it was with the Raptors?
He can't be a spot-up shooter?
Go ask a Raptors fan.
He can't be a spot-up shooter?
Okay. He can be, but that's not how he wants to play.
Is he a better shooter than Marcus Smart?
Oh, yeah, he a better shooter. Who a better defensive
Not too
player?
much more. Not too much better.
Not too much more. But who a better defender?
Marcus Smart. Easy.
Very easy.
That's easy.
He not only is he a better defender,
who's a better passer?
He's bigger.
Who's a better decision maker?
Who a better decision maker? Oh no, Fred a better decision maker. Yeah. Fred a better decision maker. Yeah.
And Fred on the court. If you got Ja and Fred on the court, and Fred is bringing the ball up and giving it to Ja, so Ja to get in his bag. Fred is the point guard. All I'm saying is that it's not a stretch to say that if Marcus Smart is not being effective for Memphis, that they would take Fred VanVleet.
It is a stretch. That's a dog seam stretch.
I don't think they'll do it, bro.
That's a dog seam stretch, bro.
I mean, okay, so how good do you think Jabari is? How good do you think Cam is? How good do you think Tari is? How good?
What up, Terry?
How valuable is 2-3 first round picks?
So you'll give up all of that?
You gonna give up all of that for Triple J right now, just because of right now?
Whoa, wait, what are you talking about? You said Tari. Nah.
I would give a Fred. I would give a Fred, maybe one of our young players, and maybe 2 first rounders and 2 second rounders for.
So who's the backup point guard?
For us?
Yeah. Team building is you gotta fill up.
I guess he want Aaron Holiday to be our backup point guard.
Nah, bro.
Oh no, he said Jaylen. He said Jaylen gonna be the backup point guard.
So Jaylen gonna be backup point guard. So what's the starting lineup? Who the 2 guards starting?
Jaylen is my starting point guard. Dylan Brooks is my starting shooting guard.
Jaylen starting point guard.
Jaylen is starting point guard.
Is my starting
Jaylen can play it in a pinch, but he's not a starting.
Over our man. You gonna put Jaylen over our man?
Yeah, I am. Because
Ooh,
when Jaylen is not playing good at point guard, I'm bringing in Amen Thompson.
But Amen Thompson is already a point guard, and he's going to play.
EF on that Zaza tonight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. EF, you on that Zaza?
Yeah, I kind of like what EF was talking about. Maybe this time.
I want Amen to be able to come in at the point or the 3. I want Amen to be able to come in wherever we need him at, the point guard or the small forward. I want Amen to be able to play either one of those positions.
As much as he can play them positions, you still have to play guys mostly at what they're best at. And Amen is a point guard. He's best at that.
But then you using Amen as an off like a 3.
Yeah,
he can't shoot.
See, ideally, you want to play Jaylen off the ball.
Make him a cutter.
Jaylen's shot is kind of up and down. Jaylen can slash. He can, run the full court, catch alleys, and all. He could play off the ball. He don't necessarily have to have the ball.
I think taking Amen off the ball is limiting him so much.
You want Amen with the ball in his hands because he's so good with the ball in his hands.
Why do you want a player who can't shoot to have the ball in his hands running pick and roll.
Because he
This
could
is what
do
I'm saying.
other things.
Hold on.
He could
I
do
got-
other
He can play
things.
defense.
I got it. Hold on. I got a question. We can kill that right now.
Go ahead.
I can give you a Hall of
Go
Fame
ahead.
question right now. Gary
Defense
Payton.
wins championships.
Who is Gary Payton?
A good shooter.
He was a good shooter with Seattle when they went to the finals. When he took them to the finals, he was a good shooter then.
A good
He was
shooter.
like Patrick Beverly, good shooter.
No, my God, bruh. GP ain't learned how to shoot like that until he got to Milwaukee. And was
He
playing
really
with Ray
still
Allen.
don't. He never
No, that's
really
not.
was a 3-point shooter.
With
He
Miami
was a
and with
three-point
LA, he got his 3-point shot right.
No. No.
All he's known for was
Seattle.
throwing alleys to Sean Kemp.
But we're talking about a point guard that can't shoot. You know how many point guards couldn't shoot? Like
Let me,
Jason
That's
Kidd,
not
a
a
Hall of
prerequisite.
Famer.
somebody to tell me
Jason Kidd, the Hall of Fame, although he did get his jumper right when he went to when he went to,
Jason Kidd
Dallas.
is a different beast.
Yeah, he had to get his jumper right. He never would have got close to a championship.
Jason Kidd is a totally different animal because him and Rondo really couldn't shoot well, but they was so effective at passing the ball. And
Jason
I'm not
Kidd is
saying I'm
top 10 in
this is what I
3-pointers
want you
made
to do.
in NBA history.
I know, but that's after his first 5 years.
Right.
when he
But
finally started to know how to shoot.
so what
I want
happened? He
somebody
worked
to
on it, right?
Is explain to me.
They're like in the league for 20 years, I think.
Okay, but listen.
But he worked on it though, right?
But
Some
if
players
y'all
improve,
remember, hold on, let me
So
make a
I
point.
think
Let me make a
that-
point. But even before the triple double became fancy, Jason Kidd was putting up triple doubles faithfully.
Yeah, easy.
And that's because he had the ball. Without
That's
him
what he
having the
was.
ball, Jason Kidd wouldn't be half of the player that Jason Kidd turned out to be. He needed the ball, just like our man. Even though he couldn't shoot, he still needed the ball. And our
why he a
man
point
needs
guard.
the ball.
That's
Point
agreed
guards
right
need the
there.
ball.
That's agreed right there. Amin Thompson can rebound. He can pass. He can shoot. He can steal the ball and all that.
Fan, yeah.
He can get his
just can't
10.
shoot
I
yet.
know he can get 10.
I agree.
Yeah, he just can't shoot yet, and
I
that's
agree.
okay because
I agree with
players
all that.
develop.
I agree with all that. But to me,
That's fine. 'cause
He
we
say,
got
I agree with all that,
guys
but
that can't do it.
yeah, for trip. I agree with all y'all what y'all saying, but
Armin is more Scottie Pippen. I do. Listen, Armin can get you a triple double. He can get you a 12 or 15, 10, and 13 every night. But Armin is more Scottie Pippen than he is Jason Kidd right now.
EF.
Nah,
This is-
I disagree with that,
This is
yeah.
where we falling short, EF.
No, he's more Kukoc.
no, he's more
Boy.
Jason Kidd than anything
Boy,
right
he's
now.
a cool coach. But nah, so EF, this is where we falling short. I think you kind of looking at these young guys who can't even drink. You're looking at them and where they are right now as if they're not going to get any better than what they are. You got to be able to project out. You got to look. When you're looking at young guys, this is how you project out. You look at their, at least that's how I do it. I'm looking at, for example, Jaylen. I'm a look at his best 30 games because this is his third season. After this season, I'm gonna look at his best 30 games. How did he produce? What was the team's record in those best 30 games? And how reproducible are those 30 games?
And who was he playing with?
In between, yeah. Who was he playing with? What was he working with? What's the space in between those good games that he had? Because you can project out consistency. Whatever your consistency is, that's what you want to project out.
Yeah, was he making players better, or was he dependent on other players making him better?
Jaylen is, in my opinion, if we're gonna just to answer your question, I think Jaylen, he's just a guy that's just. I don't think he's actually affecting wins or losses. He just
G-League Ignite.
He does.
This is how I look at it. This is how like my honest to goodness take. This is my honest to goodness take. I wouldn't trade no one of our 6 core guys unless I have to. And what is going to be the indicator for me to trade them is that we possibly can't pay every one of them. Now, if we can get under the umbrella of paying all of them, I'm keeping them and just building around and getting fringe players around them that complement what they do well and what they do least, what they're not good at. But I'm keeping all of them because they're so young. You never know which one is actually going to hit. The one that's closer to. Go ahead.
No homo. That's that. I'm not following your take, but I just see an OKC 2009 to 2011 kind of thing happening. I
Yeah.
know that people don't see that right now, and I think it would be a shit show if you fucking trade Jabari or Tari or Cam or Amin or start fucking with the roster.
Well,
Like I
I
know
have one
people don't.
It's not made no trade.
I had
Maybe
one condition
Jabari,
what I
but
would
not
do.
the other guys.
Let me ask y'all
But the
this.
thing that y'all wanting is easily fixable with free agents, like with other guys. That's not worth a whole lot of money. A backup big, you can get a backup big that protects the rim. Off guard that or another guard that can shoot threes. Those guys come a dime a dozen. You can find those guys. You don't have to trade your
Yeah, you
pieces,
find role
your
players. Yeah,
Hell,
foundation
let's just get
to
Julius
get
Randle.
role players, bro. That's not how it works.
Julius Randle ain't no role player though.
Yeah, the Knicks
You
gonna want
talking about
something back
Chase?
for
I think you
Julius.
talking about filling the gap
Unless
with
in
role
free
players. That's
agency or
what they are.
something, maybe
On the
free
Rockets,
agency.
he would be.
Nah, he wouldn't. He'd be the best player immediately.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I wouldn't
Nah,
want to trade none
Cheney
of
to be
my
better.
players. I wouldn't want to because if you notice, the first thing I said was if I can give them Fred VanVleet, Tate, and some picks, or Fred VanVleet, Jake Londell, and some picks, I would do that.
For who?
I would do that. For anybody that upgrades our starting lineup and adds depth to our bench or anybody.
What position though?
Because here's the thing. I'm saying Triple J because right now Triple J is the player that best upgrades our lineup.
I just think you
Triple J
honestly,
is
I
the
think you need to
player that
pivot
best
from
up-
Triple J.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit short-sighted.
Okay.
If I'm being honest. Look,
Well, I mean,
so EF, I'm with you on if you gotta trade somebody.
Hold on. You keep cutting me off.
My bad, bro.
You keep cutting me off. This is the point. I'll pivot from Triple J, but you're still gonna have to tell me how do you upgrade the power forward position? How do you upgrade the shot blocking on our starting lineup to where we're not getting cooked in the post? But
That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Yeah, that's what I want to know.
bottom line.
My question is, why does it have to be power forward?
is that I'm gonna tell you why it has to be power forward. It has to be power forward because LP is not going nowhere unless you're gonna trade LP. The person who's closest to the rim is the power forward and the center. So it has to be your power forward. That's it. There's no way around it. That's the angles of the game. If you look at the game, it's all angles, triangles, and circles and squares. So you're not getting back to the rim unless you're a power, unless your small forward is Thompson and he's coming across. And I said that earlier too. So I'm not saying that it's mandatory that we have to upgrade at that position, but I'm saying is that if you're gonna make a move, Armin is the catalyst to all this because he, like you said, he can give block shots. Jabari has to start to take charges and he has to start blocking shots because we have to figure out a way to help LP protect the rim. Now, This is what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let y'all cook. When you're talking about the pick and roll, when you're talking about the pick and roll, and you're talking about arming that point guard on the pick and roll, the pick and roll is not effective if your guard cannot shoot. So the pick and roll works like this.
That's not actually true though,
That's not true at all.
Hold on. I didn't even say that yet. I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm telling you what's true as a point guard. I'm telling you how I was taught point guard back in the 70s, and I learned this shit way back when I was 2-3 years old, and I've been doing this shit the same way. You can ask Calvin Murphy, you can ask anybody who ever played point guard, they're gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna tell you. Ask anybody who ever played point guard, they're gonna tell you this. When your man comes to the pick, you brush your shoulder with his. When you turn, if you going to your left, when you turn and spot with your left dribble, if that man is under the pick, you square up and shoot. That's the pick and roll. No matter how any two which ways that man go under the pick, you square up and shoot. If he fights over, you take your next dribble, and that's how you get to your lob action. This is what James Harden was doing all those years. That's basic one-on-one pick and roll. So if Armin is not capable of when he rubbed that pick, if that man goes under the pick, guess what he got to do? He got to close the distance to that man. and that slows down the offense also, and it condenses the paint area to where it's harder to get that lob up. That's how
The
you
thing
have to make
is,
the
the
skip
thing is,
pass all the way
yeah,
across the
the
court
thing
because you
is,
couldn't shoot the jumper.
what you're missing, EF, is Şengün is not a lob threat, so that takes away one
there's so
dimension
many
from the
issues
pick
with what
and
he
roll
said.
as well. And then Luka, look at Luka. Luka wasn't a great 3-point shooter or a shooter at all coming out. He had to learn that, and he was still great in the pick and roll. As long as you can find the skip pass corner threes off the pick and roll, that's where you're gonna generate most of your 3-point shots from. Anyway,
Amen is way faster than Luka Doncic.
It's not necessarily about shooting; it's scoring gravity.
right? It's the
That's what's
person.
most important.
It's the
Shot
person.
making.
It's so crucial. The reason why Fred ain't like just elite at it, because he don't put rim pressure on the goal. Like a guy like our man Thompson, or even when James Harden was in his prime, he used to pressure the goal. He didn't. You remember James Harden never shot mid range. He never did that. That's not what he did.
I gotta stop you right there, man. He didn't put pressure on that rim, not as much. Maybe
Oh
in his
yeah,
first 3 years.
he used to.
But he put pressure on that free throw line and that whistle, man.
He used to,
put pressure
but
on
he
that.
still
Most
was
of that by
a
driving to the
threat. He
basket,
still was
though.
a threat going to the hole.
That was because he's trying to get to the rim.
But of course, and that's what our man's gonna be doing. He's gonna be going to the rim. He can't shoot. He's gonna be putting pressure on the rim. So he's gonna draw a lot of fouls, i.e. James Harden, and James Harden never shot. He never. We used to beg for him.
We used to get mad about that.
We used to
But
beg
James
for him to
Harden
shoot.
can hit
Shoot.
threes.
Well, but that's not what I'm. That's not what
All
I'm
day,
getting
every
at.
day.
But when he shot the threes, he wasn't using pick and roll to do so. He was isolating at the top of the key to get his threes off, step
That's where the
backs.
step back three was born.
He wasn't using pick and roll to get that. He was getting Clint Capella in the pick and roll, and he was so good at throwing lobs, and Clint Capella was so good at catching them. That's what put the pressure on the defense, because you don't know if Clinton is going to go up and dunk it on you, or either Harden is going to keep it and go to the hole. And then when he didn't, and when he didn't have,
Well, sometimes
It was that
you didn't know
floater.
if it was a
His
floater
floater's
or a
what the
lob.
deal was.
but when he didn't have either or, he kicked it to the weak side or the
PJ
weak side
Tucker.
to PJ
Trevor
Tucker,
Ariza.
standing in the corner, Trevor Ariza, to hit the corner three.
They made PJ Tucker a lot of money. PJ Tucker really
Right,
wasn't
that's
that
what
good
I'm
of a player.
saying, and
Tucker
that's
twice.
all we need from our man. We don't need him shooting a whole lot, not in the
I like
pick and
The
roll.
little bar he's got around the corner, PJ Tucker.
Yeah, not in
I
pick
like-
and
I like
roll.
that.
Sorry, easy.
But Amon's got to get a better bag. He's got to get a better handle before he can go in there like that.
I mean, he's young, and I agree. All of our guys got to get better at something. None of them are a finished product. None of them.
Exactly.
They
Boys
all
can't
got to
drink
get
yet.
better. But Şengün not being a lob threat really do limit the pick and roll to a bit. Because if he could just, if Fred could just throw it up and give the alley, that's a different dimension that the defense is gonna, and that's like a for sure 2 points every time almost.
Are you talking about Şengün always scored 2 points? He's almost like the
No, I'm
mailman.
saying rolling.
You know, Karl Malone.
I'm saying
I know
rolling.
you guys probably don't like him, but he was Şengün. Like he could score. He'll find a way to score, but he wasn't good like dunking on. He wasn't going to be blocking shots, playing defense like that. I mean, yeah, he hustles around, gets the
You
rebounds.
talking about Karl Malone?
Yeah,
Karl Malone was a defensive player of the year.
No, he's talking
block
offensively, I think.
No, he wasn't blocking shots. No, but he was a defensive player of the year.
well, you think
that's what I mean by you don't have to be a
Şengün
shot
has
blocker.
the athletic ability to do that.
Karl Malone was a defensive hacker of the year.
Karl Malone was a brick ass wall.
But now, if
That's true.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
If Jabari was
He was LeBron
if
size.
Jabari was a lob threat, it'll make it. It'll make.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't a lob threat. That's the only thing I was really trying to say out of all that. He wasn't a lob threat.
I think we kind of getting too
He was
caught up
good.
in certain terms, bro. Like, let's look at the last 10 NBA champions.
I'm gonna shut
How
it down in
many of
about
them
5-10 minutes, bro.
All right, cool. How many of the last 10 NBA champions had a lob threat and a shot blocker at the same time? Denver just won one. They didn't have
I
a
respect
shot
your
blocker
space. I'm logging up.
or a lob threat. Jokic is not that. You look at Golden State. Kevon Looney is not a lob threat or a shot blocker. He's a good defender though.
But the thing is, Jokic can shoot the three.
He can shoot the three. But I'm just
So
saying,
he can
like,
pick and roll, or he can pick and pop.
right. But we're talking about the archetype that EF is talking about, because EF want a certain type of guy to play next to Şengün. And
No, that's not.
what
That's
I'm
not
saying
true.
is, if you look at the guys, look who's winning titles. Like, it's not just one type of person that's winning titles. Like, there's so many different things that go into it. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who, oh, this person blocks shots, oh, this person take charges. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. Oh, this person's a lob threat. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. It's what matters is how you use the ingredients you have to the best of your ability, how you use them to be better than somebody else on that night in a given series. Like, I don't really get too caught up in a certain way of doing stuff. I get caught up in what's working. Just because it ain't looking the way you want it to work, that don't mean it's not working.
Okay, I'm gonna give EF plans to rebuttal. Go ahead, EF.
Oh yeah, thank you. Here's the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is, if you get caught up in what's working, you will never get caught up in anything that we're doing, because a lot of what we're doing is not working. And so what I'm saying is, some of the things that's not working is our rim protection. And how do we fix the rim protection? You either go get a guy who can protect the rim, or you fill those voids by stepping in the lane, taking charges. You get guys to go try to block shots. You put guys in position who can go block shots like Thompson. And I'm not necessarily saying we have to have a certain archetype. What I am saying is, if you got two guys who 6'11", and one of the guys is a shot blocker, or one of the guys can take charges, or one of the guys can cut off the lane, it makes it better than just saying, LP, hold your one man, and anybody else come to the rim, you got a free for all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
all right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Now let me get
it does make it better.
Let me get the hybrid. Let me get the hybrid.
Right,
Hybrid, you got anything you want to input? Hybrid.
Yeah, I'm here. I was on another screen. Well, I ain't been on in a while. I just want to say that, I've been shitting on Jalen Green for the last 2 years, and he's been playing well. I had to eat my words a little bit, because I said he ain't never gonna learn how to slash correctly. He ain't never gonna learn how to score from 10 feet. Like, he ain't never gonna get a lob going. He don't have no handle. Old boy made me eat my words a little bit. I'm not gonna give him a lot, but I'm gonna give him, because he did that against some shitty ass teams. Like, I know he did that against who was that he did that against? Charlotte. He went off, but I'm like, come on, man, come on, y'all tripping on this 40-point game in Charlotte, man. Calm down.
But if he don't do it, that's a problem still, though, huh?
Well, true. So if he don't do it, somebody else will. I mean, we just didn't use Şengün that game. I think he had like 10 points or something like that. We just didn't put the ball in his hands. If you get, one of my point is if you gave the ball to Şengün as much as you give it to Jalen Green, you would have the same shit happen. So it just depends on who it is. But I can't say he could do that now. If he starts doing that against Milwaukee, if he starts doing that against Sacramento, if he starts doing that against, and he did a little bit. If he starts doing that against Boston,
I mean, he did it against the Lakers
all the way.
He did against the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers ain't good, dog. The Lakers. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, man. The Lakers not that good, man.
He did play well against Milwaukee. Though.
He played well, man. He's been playing well
tonight against Indiana. I mean, he a mixed bag right now, man.
He's a mixed bag. If he could do it consistently, then I'm gonna have to eat all my words.
I ain't gonna lie, Hybrid.
A little bit.
I ain't gonna lie, Hybrid.
I saw a little bit from him. He was laying the ball up. It was actually going in, because his layups are trash. His layup package is trash. But actually, what?
I was gonna say, to be fair, it looks as though he's becoming more consistent. It looks like he's learning to do that now.
And I think that's because he's seen that motherfucker Cam Whitmore in the background, just fucking got drool and slobber on his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah, I ain't been on here in a while, so that's why I'm saying that. You was sick and I was sick, and it was during that sick period.
Right.
I ain't been on here in a minute. So yeah, that right there he's seen the minutes go down. He was like, oh hell no, y'all ain't about to do that to me. I need my money and my salary negotiations. So he was like, I'm in it now. So that's why he turned it up. But I don't like a player that has to get, force fed that type of bullshit to turn it on. That don't put me confidence in you. You should be that way all the time. Like Cam he just slobbering all the time, man. That nigga's a dog. That nigga's a junkyard dog at every point. Every point in he come home, he get off the plane as a junkyard dog. That's just how he is. So is Jabari. And that's how I want Jaylen to be. But he don't be like that. That's why I can't give him everything. I can give him a little bit. He started making some more layups and being more effective around the rim. He started putting guys in spots to score. And he dribbled to certain spots and he got to his spots more effectively. That's what I saw. And I was like, wow, he actually learned how to get to a spot. He had flashes of Kobe there for a second. I didn't think he would ever learn how to do that. I just thought he knew how to just mess around and hopefully this goes in. That's all I ever saw from him.
I will give it to you at least, Hybrid. You at least, manning up for what you said, bro. And you saying, it's a step. It's a step. That shows growth in you, bro. And I'm proud of you, bro. That's a lot of people can't admit when when they wrong about certain things, bro. So I'm gonna give it to you, Hybrid. That's a real manly thing. Go ahead, AK, and I'm gonna close it out.
I gotta push back on one thing, man. How can we say the man started hooping because he want to get paid? You mean to tell me he was just missing layups just because he could earlier in the season? I think he was trying to find himself and find his touch and find his role and his rhythm in the offense this whole time. So I can't really say that he's hooping because he's trying to get paid. Because first of all, who says that the Rockets are going to extend him an extension offer this summer? Because they don't have to. They can let him go into restriction free agency. Like, I know people want to think that it's going to happen the way that everybody else happens after their third season. No, it don't have to be like that. It happens like that for like the real star guys. And if he's not that guy yet, cool. But even still, historically, the Rockets don't sign nobody to restricted free agency in the first place.
Yeah, but I think going that way,
either way don't make me feel good about him, dude. I mean, did she have a baby because she got knocked up by the wrong dude, or did she have a baby because she made bad decisions? Either way for Jalen Green, I don't care if he was trying to find himself or if he was just playing with trying to get money behind, or Cam was behind him, or he's playing for a contract. Either way, I don't need that kind of mindset.
Yeah, and I would say that you might can get him a little cheaper if you go ahead and sign him before he hit restricted free agency, because you never know. Somebody probably offer him a nice little bit of grip of money, one of these little tanking teams or something like that.
But he can also reject it.
Yeah, but go ahead but we'll have to match it. But we'll have to match their offer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So ain't no player just gonna pass up a bag, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead and make them feel secure. Underpay them, $10, $15 million than what on league average is or something.
I'm happy.
Yeah, and hopefully he take it.
Get their bread, but hey, if it make the team better in the long run, because remember, Steph Curry didn't get no max deal.
Nah, he hadn't improved.
He didn't get no max deal after his rookie season. He got an $11 million a year contract. That's what his contract was. He wasn't no $200 million man back then. People forget that though.
That was before we started seeing all this ridiculousness, man.
Yeah,
folks were still getting stupid contracts back then though. We can pull up all kind of people.
Yeah. All right, fellas. That's going to derive into a whole nother conversation.
That's true. Man, we can go all day.
Yeah, because I gotta go to work in the morning, man. I gotta go to work in the morning, bro. So I gotta get to bed. But I don't know what after party at, man. I'm married with children. I'm Al Bundy over here, bro.
Live stream, we can do an after party over here, man. Yeah, I can't live stream yet. I gotta have 1,000 subscribers first.
Right. I'm Al Bundy over here. I'm married with children, so I just go home, go to work.
This fool got his hands in his pants sitting on the couch.
Yeah, I be just chilling at the house, man. I ain't got nowhere to go on a Friday, Saturday night. I'm at home, bro. Nah, but man, I appreciate y'all for coming by, man. You know it's always eventful when Hybrid and AK and EF and everybody come in and get their takes off, man. It's always enjoyable. Listen to the most informed Rockets fans ever, on YouTube or Twitter or wherever you want to find it, man. If you want that hot topics, them hot takes, them realistic takes, come over here to the Chop Shop, man. We're going to keep it popping. I appreciate everybody in the chat for joining us, man. Y'all make this channel for what it is. Like the stream, share the stream. Don't forget to subscribe to my boy AK Infinity, Rockets Propaganda on YouTube. Man, y'all come through like always and show this man some love, man. Show this man some love. What's
Appreciate
up?
it, man. Appreciate
What's up, Hybrid?
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, I thought you said something. Yeah, man. If you want to become a member, hit the link in the description. If you want some merch, hit the links in the description. Man, y'all ain't been buying our merch lately, man. I ain't been seeing. Ain't nobody been buying the merch. Maybe we gotta update some things, man. We gonna try to get up on that. But appreciate everybody for showing love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do it at the Chop Shop. Before we go, you know it's CSGs.
CMB. Man, we all we got.
Man, we all we got, baby, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. It's your boy Space, man. I'm signing off from the Chop Shop. Appreciate you. Let's go, Houston Rockets. We still got faith in y'all, man. We still got
For
faith.
sure. All right, fellas. Y'all have a good night, man.
Peace out, bro.